right, it's 7:35 West African time. This is Daybreak with myself and by Mutiniri Ekweyong, and of course, ably co-piloting with Benga Ashiru and Yolanda Roberts from our Abuja studio. And of course, I do throw to Abuja. Yolanda, please tell us what's coming up next.
Sure. Now, thousands of supporters who besieged the main entrance into the River State Government House in Port Harcourt to welcome Governor Siminalayi Fubara were left disappointed as he failed to resume. Following President Bola Tinubu's announcement lifting the 6-month emergency rule in the state, expectations were high that Governor Fubara would resume immediately. However, hours later, his absence has sparked widespread speculation over his whereabouts, deepening political uncertainty in the state. Arise News correspondent Andy Omano has this report.
This was the scene at the main entrance of the River State Government House on Azikiwe Road, Port Harcourt, at about 3:47 p.m. on Thursday, nearly deserted. Hours earlier, Governor Sim Fubara's supporters, political allies and sympathizers had gathered in large numbers as early as 7:35 a.m., anticipating his return to office. This followed the lifting of the 6-month emergency rule by President Bola Tinubu via a personally signed statement. For hours, the Government House gate and adjoining streets in Port Harcourt City Township were overwhelmed by human and vehicular traffic, partially shutting down the area. Clad in uniforms and cultural attire, supporters sang, danced, and chanted in celebration of what they hoped would be the governor's triumphant entry. But Governor Fubara's absence cast a shadow over the gathering, leaving many disappointed.
We know that as of 12 midnight, Mr. President said the state of emergency is over. So Rivers people have come to take over their government house. If the governor is here, the governor is not here, we are here. We are Rivers people. We are the ones that elected him. So it doesn't matter where the governor is. He might be engaged in one of national activities or state activities, So there might be some briefing going on.
To the best of my knowledge, today has not gone. We are a few hours into the day, and Rivers people are very expectant. After the cessation of the declaration of emergency by the president at 12 midnight yesterday. So as you can see, the people of the state are in high spirits.
It is a mixed feelings. The governor in his charismatic way is a peacemaker, and Rivers State are peacemakers. The essence of meeting him now makes no difference. Not meeting him now makes no difference. The bottom line is that peace is restored in Rivers State.
Some attendees, however, used the moment to thank President Tinubu for restoring civilian governance while urging both Governor Fubara and the State Assembly to prioritize peace and good governance.
Peace has been restored, so we expect nothing less from them, from the both arms of government. They are coming together to work and ensure that democracy, to ensure that the dividends of democracy is restored to Rivers people.
We know very well that in the next 1 year, the system will be revived and the development of Rivers State will continue. All the infrastructure that have been stopped because of his absence, everything will bounce back again.
It would be a good idea if the governor appoints more youths in his cabinet, because it's going to help to gear the youths, to redirect the youth. Some of our youths they don't have any form of they don't believe that they are factored in the democratic system and the political system. So it will be a good thing if the governor brings the youths closer and let them have a place at the table.
A notable observation was the absence of known loyalists of former governor and current FCT minister Nyesom Wike, including the newly elected chairman of all 23 local government areas in Rivers State. From Port Harcourt, it's Andy Omano, Arise News.
Well, for more on the situation in Rivers State, we are joined on the line from Asaba Delta State by the chairman of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Ambassador Godnose Igali. Welcome to Daybreak, Ambassador. So if you can hear me, I'll just put this to you. What do you make of the of Governor Fubara's failure to resume the state house yesterday, the government house of Rivers State yesterday?
Thank you very much. I think once more, good morning. You used a very hard word, failure. He did not show up, yes, that's true, but that does not mean that he's not going to come. I'm sure we'll soon see him. He's fine. Some of us are in touch with him, and he's indicated that he's quite fine. So I believe that in the course of the day, we'll see the governor. So let nobody feel in any way tensed and have ants in our pants over the fact that the governor couldn't come yesterday.
You said you've been in touch with him.
Just a few hours away. So
you said you've been in touch with him.
Let's be peaceful. Let's be quiet. Yes, I am.
Yeah. So tell us his whereabouts.
Why do you want to know his whereabouts? He's a Nigerian citizen. He's free to be where he wants to be, and he's involved with other duties of state. He has been out of power for the past 6 months. He has to consult. He has to make contacts and debrief himself on certain things. The fact that he didn't show up in the working hours of yesterday, but he's in the country, so he will be there very soon. As a matter of fact, if your correspondent in Port Harcourt gives you an update, people are waiting for him at different places, including the airport. So very soon we'll see the governor.
Okay, Ambassador Igali, if I may come in at this point, I'm quite keen to know your perspective of how things played out yesterday with regards to the State House of Assembly and the convening, the plenary that was sat yesterday. Of course, a number of resolutions passed, including the agreement to probe the 6-month administration of the sole administrator, the mandate to appoint commissioners, a number of things there. But many people are saying the body language may have come across as a little bit combative. But I'd love to know, as an elder statesman, especially representing PANDEF, did you feel that the spirit yesterday was reconciliatory? Did you feel that it was welcoming and that it indicates that all parties involved are ready to put all differences aside and work together for the good of Rivers State?
Absolutely, yes. I'm absolutely positive. I did not see what you or a few other people saw. The Assembly did its job yesterday, and the Assembly does not, it has since been put into place when it came on board. So it does not need the governor to tell them when to convene. And they did the right thing by ensuring that governance takes off immediately. That there is we've lost a lot of ground, a lot of time. And if you ask me about body language was quite okay. It was very dignified. As lawmakers, there was nothing combative. There was no strong language. And if they want to probe the 6 months of administration of the interim administrator, it is quite in order. It's an administrative process. The idea of asking the governor to bring commissioners, they couldn't have done it in a beggarly way. Assemblies do resolutions, and sometimes the language is professional, technical, and they said, Governor, bring the list of commissioners. They want to hit the ground running. There's time has been lost. So I don't think it was combative. To many of us who watched the scenario, it was quite okay. And let me also assure you that the Assembly members, particularly the Speaker and the Governor, are in touch. So there's nothing that is missing at this stage.
Well, Ambassador...
We believe that... yes, please. Yes.
Sorry to cut you short. I thought you had finished your sentence, but you speak about hitting the ground running.
That's okay.
You speak about hitting the ground running, and it leaves one to wonder, are there any possible political implications of the governor going AWOL, in your opinion? Because you seem quite calm about the situation. You said that, you're in touch with him. Surely there must be some political implications for this, because on the surface it looks like defiance.
No, not at all. It's not defiance. It's not defiance. You know, Governor Fubara has his own personality. He's a very calm and very subdued person. And the euphoria, the great anxiety, and the expressions of emotion and love for him are things he appreciates. But at the same time, there are some things that need to be done. And I'm aware that he was making some consultations and about issues of development. Yesterday, don't forget that almost all the governors of the 36 states were in Abuja for the National Economic Council, and although he did not attend, but he had a number of meetings all over the place. So I think we should be patient. It's not the type that likes to play to the gallery by showing up, being very jingoistic and making loud expressions.
Okay, Ambassador.
So,
Ambassador.
I'm sure you want to handle things in
Ambassador.
in a soberly manner. Yes,
Ambassador.
Benga.
Yeah.
Yes, Benga.
Another. What happened yesterday had some far-reaching implications in terms of protocol. There was a big absence, complete absence of protocol yesterday. One would have expected that if the governor was not able to resume yesterday, the deputy governor should have stepped in to lead the resumption process. So that seems a breach of, that seems a clear absence of protocol yesterday against the wishes of the people. You saw a lot of people throng the government house yesterday expecting the governor's resumption. So I think the deputy governor, Ngozi Odo, appearance yesterday would have calmed palpable nerves yesterday. Don't you think so?
No, you are putting the cart before the horse. You see, the governor and the deputy governor are a tag team. They work together, and the breach of protocol would have been if the governor, after 6 months of suspension, did not show up and the deputy governor was there on the gallery. If they work together, they're a tag team. They are together, and it is right, it is proper that the deputy governor would not come and start addressing people, start receiving people. It is the governor. And that would have even raised more questions if the deputy governor was there and the governor is not there.
Okay, but could you tell us?
Where is our governor?
Could you tell us about the whereabouts?
He's the man of the moment. It has to be his show.
Could you tell us the whereabouts of the deputy governor?
I've not spoken to her. I'm not in direct touch with her at this moment.
Good to know.
But I believe she'll be fine. So listen, I think we should let us bring down the ante, because there are some conspiracy theories of somebody even said yesterday, I heard on one of the networks, I don't know if it's yours, that the governor has been kidnapped. And I laughed because the governor is safe, the governor is fine, the governor is doing well. I'm in Asaba here, and I've been in touch with the governor. I could talk with almost all the governors, maybe in a fortnight or so. So at any given time, as a regional leader, I'm able to account for the governors of this area. I spoke with the governor of Bayelsa State, I spoke with the governor of Delta State, and we're meeting today, and with Governor Fubara too. So we are in touch, and I know that it's fine. I believe the deputy governor is fine. It is expected that the Rivers people and the residents of Rivers State should feel the way they felt. But surprisingly, I heard Ambassador Obana speak, and people take it. They know the person of their governor. They know his personality. He's a calm person, and it's not the type that will want to come and gyrate and dance all over the place. So it is even proper, it's even good that he has allowed the first day and the high expressions of emotion to pass. Today, I believe they will see him very soon.
Okay.
But let me, since I have the floor, let me say this.
It is absolutely fair to say that no matter where the governor is, the fact of the matter is that his mandate has been restored, and he is now the official governor of Rivers State, and he has resumed those duties. Now, in these resumption of duties, there are several dynamics that now need to be managed to preserve the peace. commentators are saying that the best thing for a stable completion of tenure for him might be to just decamp, leave the PDP and join the APC for stability. Some people are saying he's going to have to engage in a very close working relationship with his predecessor, who is now the Minister of the FCT, again in the interest of peace and stability. As an elder statesman, what's the advice that you will give to your younger brother, Governor Fubara, in this? Should he move over to APC so that he can enjoy some peace and a bit of rest after all he has been through? Should he just submit to his godfather and say, Godfather, please, I'm your son. As you wish, let it be done here in Rivers State. What is your advice?
Okay, thank you very much. You know, at times like this, there will be a lot of conspiracy theories, and they are understandable. But let me say this. First and foremost, the governor and his predecessor, former Governor Wike, are of the same political camp, of the same political family. And it's not as if they were from different camps that were with daggers drawn at each other. So the process of reconciliation is easier. So it's a family affair. The Speaker and the members of the House of Assembly, the majority of them, are all part of that same political ecosystem. So they had issues, they disagreed and could not agree. All kinds of interventions were there. We from Pan-Niger Delta Forum set up a committee, high-level committee, that was led by Obong Victor Atta, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, and some very senior elder statesmen. In fact, the youngest among them was somebody about 70 years, very senior people who had been governors, but they could not make peace. Mr. President tried, they could not make the Supreme Court. So what had happened. Now, I said on one other program that it has been a learning process for everybody, even for those of us who are from the rest of the region, because Port Harcourt and Rivers State, don't forget, is the headquarters of the South-South. And we have our people in large numbers, in hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions from all the other states in Port Harcourt. It used to be our capital, it's still our capital. So now the process of reconciliation in that kind of scenario is much easier. And we are believing that the governor has been given some diktat. Some things have been imposed, like maybe what was imposed on after the World War on Hitler that made him to revolt. I don't think so. There were a lot of conversations that went on. And when I asked him some questions, Governor, we're hearing a lot of things. We're hearing a lot of things that
let's just quickly touch on this. A fallout from the Supreme
conditions
Court
have been imposed on you.
Okay, let's just quickly touch on this.
I do not have that impression.
Okay, let's just quickly touch on this. Connecting with the voices on the street. Now, a lot of people are calling for the of the outcome of the August 30 local government election based on the fact that there was a breach of the 90-day notice which was clearly violated in the conduct of the election. What do you think? Do you think that's the way to go?
Well, what I will say on that, and let me also say something about what she asked concerning whether governor would decamp or not. The governor has his, I'll come back to your question, he has his rights to go which political persuasion that he wants to go to. After all, we have seen other governors, even from our region, that have decamped. So if he wants to do that, it is left to him to do that. He has to assess the political environment in which he's operating. And but again, the Minister of FCT himself is not a member of APC. So I don't think Minister of FCT is the one imposing anything on it. And also the Minister of FCT is one of our sons, and we think that he is one of our actually prided sons. It's one of the best that the South-South has. And we disagreed with him at the time on this situation, but we have all moved forward. We don't want to dwell on what had happened. Now, with regards to the elections and some of the very awkward, embarrassing acts of my friend Ibas, I think that we'll leave it for the governor to handle politically. He has to deal with those issues politically when he comes into office. He's a politician. I don't belong to any of their parties. So I will not be here to prescribe to him, but at a private level, one will advise him on some of the things that have happened, but they can be solved politically. And then the comments earlier, I heard something that none of the people from the side of the FCT minister were out yesterday. I spoke with a number of them in the past 48 hours. We've been on the phone permanently, and everybody is excited. Some of the closest people to the FCT minister are excited. In fact, I called the FCT minister. I could not get to talk to him to congratulate him, but some of those closest to him were quite happy, excited, and looking forward to working with the governor. So I don't think that Nigerians should keep insisting that it's coming like an empty shell and there are people that will rule over him. No, let's give him a chance to be able to reconcile himself. I said also, the taste of the pudding isn't eating it. They are now back, himself and his assembly people are back. So let's give them a chance to be able to sort things out and get back to work.
Okay. All right. Okay, Ambassador Godnose Igali, Chairman of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, thank you so much for your time and your insight this morning. As much as we say the governor's whereabouts may be inconsequential to his mandate, we still await his arrival nevertheless. Thank you so much for your time today. That's all we have time for here on Daybreak. I'm Vambai Mutiniri Epeyong.
And I'm Binga Ashiro. It's goodbye from me. Don't forget it's Friday.
Thanks, Benga, for that reminder. I'm Yolanda Robert. Please do keep it here on Arise News. The morning show is next. Goodbye.